Okay, question K. When x equals 16, y equals 4, y is direct proportion to x. Find the value of x when y equals 5. You can use the x method here. You can use the method of direct proportion. It's up to you. At the x method, you can use it عادي. تحط الاكس فوق بعضهم والواي فوق بعضهم like this. Or you can use the direct proportion. It's up to you. The x method is faster than the equals k thing. يعني هنا تحط الاكس مثلا في الدايركت بروبورشن هنا تحط الاكس وهنا الواي. You can do this. الاكس كان 16 هنا معناها الواي is 4. بعدين قال لي هنا when the y is 5 معناها الواي هنا 5. You can find the x now by cross multiplying. You multiply and then divide by this, you'll get this. Okay? So in that way, you'll get the idea of the.
Mr.
Yes.
Mr. 20.
What does it mean by directly proportional?
The direct proportion, it means they go up together. If the x increases, the y increases with it.
Oh, okay.
That's the meaning of direct proportion. If they go down together. One of them goes down, the other one follows. So they follow each other, basically. Inverse proportion means the opposite. If one of them goes up, the other one goes down. It means they're opposites. Inverse means opposite. Okay. So yeah, here we just multiply the 5 by the 16, and then we divide on the 4 to get this one. Okay. Now, if they might ask you for the steps of the direct proportion, I don't see this coming, but yeah, they might ask you for the steps in which you say y is directly proportional with x. And you write the direct proportion as like this. You make it like this. Okay. And this sign means equal k. So you say y equals k multiplied by x. Yes. And then you want the k alone, so you take the x to the other side by dividing. So k equals y divided x by x like this. And then you divide the y over.
Mr. 16 divided by 5 divided by 16.
No, 4. 4
divided by 16.
أيوة. It's gonna be what? 0.75. 1 over 4, 0.25. Right? This is the k. Now you take.
No,
0.25 is
Yes.
Mr.
4 divided 16. Yeah. Yes.
Why didn't we divide it by 4 instead of wait?
Because
How
y
did you get
divides
16
x.
بس?
Here.
رغد تبدي باللي فوق الأول.
Y divide x. Huh? This is the y.
مش 16
قصدي
و5.
مستر ليش ما درت الخمسة بدل الأربعة؟
Because this is the numbers that I have, and this is the question. I can't use this until I get this. I need to
مستر
find.
ناخذ 0.25 ونعوضها
Now,
من الإيكويشن الأول
yes,
صح؟
I put it here now. So y equals 0.25x. I write it like this. Huh? Y equals 0.25
times 5. You said it's 16 times 5 and then you divide it by 4. How is it 4 divided by 16 total?
That's another method. We have two methods. We can use this method.
Oh, okay.
You got the idea?
For the first method, would it equal 20?
This one, both of them will be the same. Here, 5 times 16 divide 4. What does it equal?
16 times 5 equals 80. 80 divided by 4 equals 20.
Okay, this is 20, right? Now let's come to this. Y equals 0.25x, and the x, the y is 5, right? So I'm going to say 5 equals 0.25x. I'm going to take. I want to share the قسمة. Take it by dividing here. So x. Same idea.
خلاص حتساوي 20.
Oh yeah, same answer. Did you expect another answer? I'm giving you two methods only.
بس هم مستر ديما ما يجيبولناش نتاع الورك اوت، هم ديما يجيبوها لنا.
Yeah, I saw it in MCQ section A. Yeah, so you can use this directly. This is easy. Okay. This one takes time.
The cross multiplication is way easier.
Yeah, it's way easier. Yeah, this one takes time and complicated a little bit. Okay. but this one is easy, okay? As long as you understand the idea, that's it. Okay, let's move on. The X. Percent. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. The X method doesn't work every single question of the percentages. You have to focus on the question. What kind of question you have. Okay, let's finish this. In the past, I used to teach a lot of students. Every time I ask them a question, they say the X method, the X method. They think that the X method solves everything. So let's take a look at this one. One man. Okay. One man is 1.8. We're going to talk about ratios and proportions. 1.8 meters tall and his foot is 28 centimeters long. Another man is 1.65 tall meters and his foot is 25 centimeters long. Is foot length of men in direct proportion to their height? That's the idea of the question.
مستر أول حاجة نخلي اليونت زي بعضها.
Okay, we make them the same units.
هذه توجد 180 سنتيمتر والأخرى 165 سنتيمتر.
So we want to make them centimeters. So this one's going to be?
Did 1.8 times 100.
Okay, so we're going to be 180 on this one.
165.
165 centimeters. Now we make proportions. We make proportions.
بس حتى هذا بنجيله الإكس ميثود صح؟
No, we make proportions. Proportion هذا وحده وproportion هذا وحده. ونشوفه they increase together or not.
تمام.
So let's check this proportion. You can use the X method in in saying that you don't know this مثلا and you want to guess it. ما تاخدش هذا, okay? So you use the X method like this. بحيث انك انت تبي تعرف هل هي تطلع 25 صح ولا لا. Okay? هنا we use the length of the people. مثلا هنا 180. كم الكراع بتاعه؟ his foot is 28 صح؟ بعدين هو 165 هنا. Now you do cross multiplying and check if it's 25 معناها it is direct proportion.
165.
So we multiply these and divide by 180. If it's 25 centimeters
لا
معناها
مستر.
كم طلعت؟
طلعت 25.6.
125.6 معناها it's not direct proportion. Okay, that's the idea of the question. You understand?
Yes.
هذه هي idea of questions. Let's move on. طبعا هو proportional. You can make a proportion. You can make a height ratio. تقدر تدير fraction تضرب percentage. It's up to you. If they have the same percentages معناها it is direct proportion. You can use any method, but the X method is better. Huh? Let's move on to the next question. Standard form now. No more questions about numbers. Now standard form.
Standard form is easy.
Yeah, standards are easy.
This is هذا 2.9 times 10 power of 6.
Convert to small numbers into standard from vice versa. Okay, write these numbers in standard. This one is going to be 2.9, huh? And I'm going to take the decimal from here.
6.
Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to be 2.9 times 10 power 6.
The other one is 4.1 times
4.1
10 to the power
times 10 negative 7.
5, 6, 7. So 4.1. 4.1
times 10 power of negative 7.
I want negative 7 because I went the other way. Yeah, but now I have two ways to go. If I go this way, it's positive. If I go the other way, it's negative. Okay. And I just count the steps that I went. And I have to make this number between 1 and 10. That's the idea of standard. I don't know if most of you understand it, but the idea of standard having a number between 1 and 10 multiplied by a 10 and a power. Okay. You have to know this. Ask me what? Come on, tell me. Because I'm not focusing a lot on the chat. Okay, do you get the idea? Write these as ordinary numbers. Yes.
تو البرسنتج ميثود ما يشتغلش كل سؤال ولا يشتغل؟
You mean the X method? The X method
يعني
is,
percentages.
no, not every question. Compound interest, you can't use it. Or do you know what the X method is a smart method. تمام. If you know how to use it, you can use it with any question. تمام. With percentage.
And I always use it.
Not the same one.
Yes, even in the compound, you can use it. But the problem is you have to use it for every year. يعني تدير السنة الأولى X method تاخذ الناتج، تدير السنة الثانية بالناتج الجديد X method تاخذ الناتج، تدير السنة الثالثة فاهم اثنين. So you can use it, but there are other methods that might save time for you. لكن the X
But sir,
method
for
it
the
can be used.
cost
Yeah.
method, for
Mr.
the cost method, sometimes I have issue putting like the numbers where I put the numbers. Do you get me? It's confusing sometimes.
Where to put them?
Oh,
Yeah, I
I
feel.
have that issue.
Listen, putting
It's like-
numbers it depends on the places. يعني مثلا if you have two boxes, it means they must have the same thing. مثلا هنا we're talking about buying things. مثلا buying pencils. مثلا نحكي buying pencils. معناها هنا I put the money مثلا money. وهنا I put number of pencils.
Mr. Hamza taught us this instant way. You put the original and then the new price.
Yes, same idea. If I'm talking about percentages, I can put percentages here. مثلا.
Can we go through another example of like those
We will go
percentage
through
ones?
them.
where
We still have more questions that use the
Okay.
X method, because the X method is one of the methods that we mostly use in math. So it's always usable. For example, this one, the one we did now, we can use the X method. We use the X method now. We did use it. We did use it, and we found out that it didn't give us 25. معناها it's not a direct proportion. We can use the X method here in direct proportion. تمام. We use the X method here. 8 pencils cost this. That we can use it here. انت مطلع في 1 pencil, how much does it cost? صح؟ صح ولا لا؟ 8 pencils 136. انت بتقولوا 1 pencil نطلعه كم سعره وبعدين نضرب في 13 صح؟ I can use the X method directly.
if you put like for the pencil column, you would put
Yeah.
8, and then for the cost, you
That's the idea, yeah. I put
Oh,
pencils here.
okay.
I put the money here. Huh?
Yeah.
Pencils, 8 pencils. Money is 1.36. You get the idea. How many pencils will be for 13 pencils? How much money? I cross multiply. So the X method is used in a lot of questions. I don't have to find how much money does 1 pencil cost here. I can do this directly. But the X method is
Okay.
used in a lot of questions. You get me? Even this one, the one on top of it, هذا the ratio, the proportions. I can use the X method here. فهمتي? So that's the idea. The X method is used in a lot of questions. So if you have a question, try using the X method with it. And
By the
check.
way, Mister,
Mhm.
for the Zoom classes, would it be every single day?
Yeah,
that you said?
for this week, every single day. Yeah, for this week, every
What
single day.
time is it?
Time is
At morning or
flexible. Not morning, of course, because of the school, but mostly night. Yeah, because I have other classes outside.
When we
But
finish
most of the
this,
people
what do we do?
move
What are we gonna study?
away.
When we finish,
When we finish the specifications, when?
let's
What are
hope
we
that
gonna
we
study?
finish it. Let's hope that we finish it. We're still on page 13. It's like 32
It's
pages.
gonna take us more than a week.
I hope that it takes
gonna
like
take us
less
than a
than
week.
2 days. Let's hope that we can finish it tomorrow.
Yeah, like today and tomorrow.
Yeah, inshallah. Because the questions اللي قدام, they're high levels شوية, مش they're like
I
easy
saw
ones.
them.
They're not
that much.
Not that much, I know.
answered all of it.
But they will take time to explain. That's the problem. تمام. Let's hope that
okay.
it doesn't take us more than 2 days.
When we finish it, what are we gonna do? Like for the rest
We
of the week?
will. I want to revise on the questions the long questions, the word problems, because I noticed that most of you got like stuck in that.
On the IGs?
On the IGs, yeah, on the IGs, yeah. They will cover the whole specifications. خلاص, they covered everything.
Yeah.
تمام. هذا we understand the ordinary. Write these as ordinary. We just put them in the calculator. It will give us the answer.
The opposite.
With the opposite way. Write these in order. Ordering of let's put it like this. لما يقدر عندي standard form To put them in order, it's easy. We just take a look at the powers. As long as all
The
of them
third
are
one is the
standard.
smallest.
أيوة. نبحث الباورز بس.
And then the
And then compare. هل
Yes,
عندي 4 powers زي بعضهن. نبي the smallest أنا صح؟ ال 4
yeah, look at the
small.
number.
I look at the numbers. The 3 is smaller than 5. So this one is the first one. Okay.
3, then 2, then 1, then 4.
Okay. And then this is 5 and 5.
And then 1.
They are the same. So I pick the smallest one, which is the 1. So I put 3 here. Okay. That's the idea of ordering
Yeah.
number with standard. Okay. Not late, not that late. Yeah. Okay. Don't worry about the time. I'll send you a message and you're already being like studying at home. You're not gonna go outside and have fun. This week you should study. So I'll send you a message. We will gather ourselves and study on this one. Okay. Now let's move on to the next one. نبغى نركزوا على الباورز ونشوف النمبرز. Okay. هنا add, subtract, multiply, divide, standard form هذه حكينا عليها من قبل. إن نحن
calculator.
yeah, calculate this alone as simple steps. You calculate this alone and then subtract and then make it
ونحط
standard.
standard form.
أيوة. Okay. So this is important. Okay. You do this alone. You do this
Mister.
alone, subtract, and then make it standard. Yes.
Mister, in some IG questions, they would give you a standard form and they want you to figure it out. And then it doesn't state whether they want it in like the answer in standard form or not. But then when you go in the mark scheme, it wants it in standard form. Is it wrong if we don't
No,
put the
no.
answer in
It's
standard
they will
No.
say it's accepted like that. They accept it in standard or none. So if they don't ask you, it's okay. Whatever you
Okay.
like. As long as it's right here, it's not missing your numbers. Okay. But if they ask you for it, you have to do it. Tamam, enter and read standard form numbers on a calculator. What does that mean? They're gonna bring a calculator and ask you to read it. Okay. This one we understand it. Tamam. Solving problems involving standards. Now we're talking about word problems. Wow. Word problems in
Mhm.
standard, they're not hard, like they are tricky. You have to focus on the question. Anna. A factory makes this paper cups every day. A cup made from 1 kilograms of paper. At the beginning of the day, the factory has 1,500 kilograms of paper. How much paper will he or he left at the end of the day? Give you answer in standard. Now I have to count.
بس نطلع هذا الستاندرد فورم بتاع البيبر
Yeah.
وبعدين نقسم من 1500.
So بس هذه every day of papers. A factory makes paper cups every day, and every cup is like this one. I have to multiply these الأول باش نعرف كلهن في اليوم كم كيلو.
Multiply these by each other.
أيوة. وبعدين subtract it from this one.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll multiply and subtract. Okay. Multiply and subtract. خلاص I'll check how much kilograms are left. Okay.
حتى هنا calculator مش
Yes, calculator. Yeah.
The
And you
first-
have to give it in standard. Give in standard. Okay.
تمام.
Mister, do we do like each one alone and then we add them up?
What do you mean each one alone? You're gonna
Like
multiply
Why
this.
Point,
because there is
point.
a brackets.
You're gonna multiply this. تمام. بعدين you're gonna
Okay.
multiply them. Yeah.
بس هي قصدها نديرو brackets. نديرو brackets.
Each one alone هي في additional subtraction. في multiplying no need. Just do them together in the calculation. If you want to do alone numbers alone يعني ديري هذا وهذا وبعدين هذا وهذا. Okay, فهمت.
Wait, Mister, I'm doing it and I'll tell you what I get, okay? Wait.
I'll do it.
Mister, I don't think I did it right because I got like 133,100.
Wait.
Like I don't think I'm supposed to get 100,000.
You got 133, 100. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the answer. Good.
Really?
Yeah. Kilograms of paper. But it has 100,000. Wait a minute. Is it 100? Maybe there's a
I felt like the number was too big.
factory makes this paper cups every day. A cup is made from 1.1 times 10 kilograms of paper. At the beginning of the day, the factory has 1,000.
Mister, we can convert the standard form into ordinary.
Um, how much paper will be left? What do you think about like kilograms? Was that right?
for
Mister,
the-
the first thought I'm kilogram and like the
You
This
can
is-
first thing you do is convert the standard form into ordinary
You
numbers.
you have to make this standard or make all of them ordinary. It's up to you. You can work with ordinary
no,
numbers.
Mister.
A cup is made from this kilogram.
The
of paper.
factory makes paper.
Paper cups.
Yes, so we did this question. We something similar. So like
Yeah,
after we
paper.
multiply them together,
Multiply
you
and then subtract. It's supposed to be like this.
subtract. Okay, and then we get 133, 100
Yeah,
minus
the number is big, right?
1,500.
Yeah, 1 3.
Yeah,
You got 133,
wait, yeah. 100.
100 like this.
Yes.
And at the beginning of
Minus
the day,
1,000.
the factory has 1,500 kilograms. This one is less than this
Oh,
one.
add it. You gotta add it up, not subtract it.
No, no.
No, how much paper
Right?
left means subtraction. How much
Left
paper
is
left?
Okay, yeah, let's subtract it.
So
Then
how-
131,600.
at the beginning of the day, the factory has 150. I think there's a problem with the question. كيف عندهم 1500 وهم يخدموا في 133,000 في اليوم؟ There's something missing.
Yeah, just subtract them and put them in standard form and say that you answered it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a negative, right?
No,
I think it's negative, yeah. One five
look,
one
Mr. Look. You get
1,500.
133. No, you get 131,600. Move it to standard form. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It should be like this, 1,500 minus لأن هذه البداية اللي بدأ فيها وهذا اللي اشتغلها minus this one. I think that's what they need أصلا.
Mister, what are you doing? I just
No
supposed to
way.
subtract that number with the big number with the small one. So that's how you're supposed to
1,500
do it.
minus 133,100.
Oh,
Yes.
no, like the opposite way.
You can't do the opposite way. I'll tell you why.
Why?
At the beginning of the day, the factory has 1,500 kilograms. So they had this at the beginning. When they start
Maybe you
working,
should
they
divide
made this.
them.
So you can't have
One
negative
way.
paper.
That's what they have. That's the question.
They can't have negative paper.
That's why I told you there's a problem with the question, maybe, or they want it in negative. I don't know.
You can't just have like
No
negative
way.
something paper.
How can you have negative?
That's what they need. They have. I don't know.
No, you gotta use your
They don't-
logic. You gotta use your logic. It's fine.
Maybe they don't have enough money to buy paper and they started working. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's not about logic. That's a question we're answering. Do you see any other answers? Listen,
Yes, I see another
I'll
answer,
tell you
mister.
something. I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something. You have 10 kilograms of chocolate. You're
Okay.
gonna make a cake, and the cake will use 9 kilograms of chocolate, right? So what do you
Okay.
do? You subtract them, right? You say 10 minus 9.
And you get one left. You have one left.
You have one left. What about if you have the opposite? If you have 5 kilograms of chocolate and the cake uses 10, for example, are you going
Don't
to
make the
change
cake.
the places of the numbers? You can't change them.
But don't make the cake. You can't make the cake back.
Yes, but that's a question. That's a question you have to answer. That's it. I don't know what's
Okay.
going on. Maybe there's a mistake with the question itself, but that's a question you have to answer. We didn't miss anything, right? With 7, 7. Maybe it's a negative 7.
I put everything in the
بس بلكي
calculator and I
غلط
did it by itself.
بالكالكوليتر يا مستر بلكي غلط بالكالكوليتر
1
No, because I tried it both ways and it was the same answer.
times 10 power of 5, right? When you multiply them, what makes this paper cups? A cup is made from this. معناها you multiply. لأن هذا عدد الكبس وهذا the weight of cups. 10 power of 5. Anyways, let's not waste a lot of time on that because I think maybe there's a problem with the question or maybe they want it in a negative answer. That's it. خلاص أنا طلع لي 133 when you subtract them تقول لي 1,500 minus 1,330 100 equals 1,500. That's what I got. 1,33100.
I just think it's the opposite way.
You can't do it the opposite way. You can't subtract something that you don't have.
But show them you have logic, Bess, even if it's wrong.
That's
because
not
that looks wrong
logic.
too.
That's changing of the answers. That's not logic. They don't have logic, maybe. They don't have money. They don't want to buy more paper. That's their problem, not ours. Anyways, let's move this to a decimal. So we move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's gonna be, I don't know, how is it negative in? Negative 1.31. Maybe a mistake with the question. No worry about it. Zeros in the end, we don't write them. So multiplied by 10 power of negative, right? No, we move that way. It's going to be positive. Positive 7. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Positive 5. Yes, that is. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, let's skip this question. Let's not waste time on it. Maybe there's a problem with the question itself. Oh, the problem is with us here. No problem. Let's skip it. Let's skip it. Running out of time. Look, we took a lot of time on it. Lazy people on the IGs. Anna, write expressions using correct algebraic notation. Now we're talking about expressions. Let's see. This one is easy, simplifying. It means the like terms and the non-like terms. يعني زي بعضهن يعني زي هذه وهذه زي بعضهن نقدر نشتغلهم مع بعضهن. 6 minus 4 تطلع
3a square 5a square زي بعضهم.
ايوه وبعدين عندي ال 3a squared وال 5a squared يطلع 8a squared, right? So it's going to be plus 8a squared.
و7 minus 3
So 7 minus 3 تطلع.
اللي هي 4.
So this one is simplifying and collecting like terms. Okay, you have to focus on the like terms. لو كان زي بعض نشتغل مش زي بعض ما نشتغلش. Okay, here simplify algebraic expression. Simplifying here involving application vision. أنا same idea. النمبرز نضربها في بعض اللي فوق راح تجد عندي
5 6 اللي هي 30. لا مش زي
4.
بعضهم.
No, numbers we can multiply them عادي. 4 ب 25 20 في 6 120 صح؟
20 في 6
Yes,
120.
120 وبعدين الحروف P في البي
P square Q.
squared, yes.
220 divided
And then Q
P squared, Q squared,
Q
Q squared,
squared.
and Q squared.
ايوه Q squared.
على 12 Q.
right. هذه أول step. ثاني حاجة نقطة عندي 12 Q معناها نكتب 12 وبعدين Q. ما زال we need to simplify it more. السكويرد هذه تحول مع الكيو هذه. تمام. وبعدين I divide the 12 120 over 12 تطلع كم؟ تطلع 10 صح؟ answer
10p squared.
be 10p squared p squared. زين عندي كيو حتى هي ما حولتش كيو كله حولت سكوير بس هنا فتلقى الكيو. okay that's it, that's the simplifying of this. okay معناها you have to focus on simplifying in the simplest form. Let's move on. Still have 7 minutes. Let's move on. Expanding brackets, you know how to do this. I'll do expanding. ناخذ النيجاتيف 2 نبي نضرب فيها جوا.
مرة مع الناقص.
ايوه بعدين 5
نيجاتيف دي ل 2 دي
ايوه
ونيجاتيف مستر نيجاتيف تمشي مع النيجاتيف صح؟
ايوه تجد بوزيتيف 10 right؟
ايوه بوزيتيف 10
بعدها
خلاص 5 بلس 10 اللي هي 15 قصدي 15 minus 2 دي
minus 2 دي. هذه simplifying same
نفس
idea.
نفس الفكرة.
ايوه نضرب ونجمع الباور.
Listen, do you get x power 3?
Yes, yes, it's going to be x power 3. لأن when we multiply we add the powers. واللي بعدها
plus 3x square
3x squared
plus 5x.
بعدين plus 5x.
خلاص stop.
Okay, that's it. أنا factorizing. طبعا factorizing it means do the opposite way. أنا expanding أنا factorizing. Factorizing is the opposite of expanding. كيف حندير؟ يعني نزل الأول.
أول حاجة مستر نحط يعني شنو اللي يعطيني 2 وشنو اللي يعطيني 8 صح؟
أيوة نقول له هي عبارة عن
What is something when you add, you get 2 and you multiply, you get -8 صح؟
wait هذا أنت بتحكوا عنها شنو بتحكوا عليه؟ هذين expressions عاديات.
مش
انت
نفسهم.
بتحكي على الكوادراتيك ما تخش بيناتها.
هذا بتصير
Oh,
يمديك كيف
هذين
تخطوا.
expressions يس. هذين ال 8 هي عباره عن 2 في ال 4 وهذه 2 في الاكس. ناخذ common ones اللي هي ال 2
شو؟
ونكتبها برا البراكت بس.
bracket
oh, that's negative. Mister.
x minus 4.
أيوة.
Mister, isn't that -8? So you have to have negative numbers.
Yes, it's gonna be negative اصلا between
حطيه في
them.
النص يا زينب.
فتحطيها هنا في النص فتقعد x minus 4
Oh.
like this. تمام. هذا بالنسبه للاولى. الثانيه سيم ايديا. ال8 ما فيش نمبرز معناها مش حتحتاجها تشتغل بالتيز بس. هتقعد 8 اس تي. تمام. وهذه تي سكوير معناها هتقعد
تي
تي. تمام. what's common between them and
تاخذ
t
التيز مع بعضها تقعد t باور 3
or t bracket. ما في شيء صح؟
صح.
الا ال 8 اس. انت نيتشر
ال
عستي انا
8
وانت
minus 2 square 8 هني t square.
تي بس انت اللي عايزتي خلاص. that's it for you. يبقى شنو؟ يبقى هذا 8 s minus 2 اوكي. this one same idea. كده same idea نقسمهم
4
ونشوف
و
الكومنز.
a
هذه 4 صح؟ معناها 4 a
و a والأخرى مستر ال 12 ال 4 و 3
ايوه 4 times 3 وال 8.
و a.
now let's take
خلاص
the
ناخذ
common
أرقام
ones.
مشتركة اللي هنا 4 و a.
4 و 8. هنكتب 4a
نحط 4a
bracket
bracket a
A.
plus 3.
plus 3. The last one same idea.
24
4
6 و 4
6 times 4 بعدين
و
x
x و y
y good. بعدين
وهذيك
عندي
6 و 4 y's
6 y ها
والأرقام
common ones.
المشتركة مستر 6 y 2 y بس
6 y good. يعني حنديرها 6 y squared
تقعد
صح؟
6 y squared
y
bracket 4x minus y square صح؟
4x minus
minus y square.
y squared. Easy.
easy.
We call this factorizing. It's the opposite of expanding. We have to focus on this. يبقى factorizing هيقعد عكس expanding. تمام؟ Good. Let's move on. طبعا هذا ما نلخبطوش بين factorizing expressions والfactorizing quadratic expressions. تمام؟ ما نلخبطوش بينهم. Now let's move on to the next question. هيجينا كده quadratic expression لأنه هو جزء من factorizing. How much time do we have? 3 minutes. Okay. I think this will be the last session. We're all tired, so.
بس هذه بس نجيب substitution.
Substitution. هذه تحط ال number instead of the letter. Okay.
بس نفوتها نحطها في كالكوليتر خلاص هذه.
This is yes. Solve problems involving
هذه-
formulas. Same idea. حتى هذه substitution وتحل. تمام. تعال نشوفها. هذه نفس اللي جاتكم بتاع numbers. يصير.
مش تحتاج سهلة.
The one that's 0.96.
اوكي هذه شو بتاع الكوست والاتش والار جاتكم وحده نفسها بتاع النون بيك والبيك تايم.
Yeah,
هذا-
0.96.
ايوه if a customer uses 175 higher rate معناها هذه الاتش 175 تمام and 250 units at the regular rate اللي هي الار. خلاص what will be his cost؟ يبي السي. خلاص انا ندير هذينا نشتغلن يطلع لي السي هو الانسر. تمام. I substitute, I answer it, I find the C and right. تمام؟ خلاص هي substitution. سهلة substitution. It's not big deal. أنا كويس نحن مشينا على 15 كويس. Simplifying algebraic expressions. أنا لما تضرب أنت تجمع الباورز حكينا عليها دي. أنا تضرب تجمع الباورز بعدين تنقصها من اللوطة يعني 4 plus 6 تقول 10 10 minus 5 تقول 5 معناها تقول y power 5. أنا الباور هاد هنا نبي كم هذين جنب في اللي لفظ بينهم. تمام. حقوا في باور هذه 3 this power here. تمام. الباور هذه this power is on both all numbers معناها it means I'm gonna put it here, multiply it here, and multiply it here.
تيجي 2x.
Focus on this power. I have to distribute it inside the bracket. It means I'm gonna multiply it here. It's gonna be x power of 9. Okay, and I'm gonna multiply it here. So 3, 2 to the power of 3. It means it's 8. Then a 2 power of 3 is 8. You understand? You get this or not? I know it's confusing.
Yes.
الرقم
Isn't it like
حلو.
No,
saying
it's
2x?
okay.
I have to get 2 power of 3.
Isn't it like saying 2x3 to the power of 3 times? Like 2x to the power of 3 times.
Yes.
So you do
It
2.
means you multiply the
2.
3 by 3 like this, and 2 multiply 3 times. Yes, that's the idea. So 2 3 times is 8, and x power of 3 3 times is x power of 9. Okay. This one gives you this one. This one gives you this. Okay. Anyways, this is the last minute. We're gonna stop here. We're gonna finish this tomorrow, inshallah.